Now, hey guys, what's up? My name is Avikant, and welcome to my channel, Only Aviation Avikant. So, guys, finally exams are over, and I'm back with my videos. So, guys, whenever you disembark from an aircraft or you board an aircraft, you might have heard a sound coming, but the engines are off. Then, how will that sound come? That sound is coming from the APU. So today in this video, I will be explaining you what is the APU, how does it work, and what is the main function of the APU. So stay tuned in this video, and let's get started. So guys, first of all, what is an APU? What is an APU? APU stands for Auxiliary Power Unit. Now, what is the job of APU? The main job of APU is to give you electricity, air conditioning, bleed air. Okay. So, guys, whenever you board or disembark an aircraft, once you board an aircraft, the air conditioning and all, where is it coming from? It's not coming from the batteries. It's coming from the APU, which is running behind. It is located at the end of the fuselage, a very tip point. Usually in Airbus aircraft, it's round, only one spool, and in, like, for example, a 737, we have two spools, but usually it's one only. So sometimes we don't run the APU a lot. That, like in ATRs, there's something called ground power unit. It's a generator cart type of thing, which connects to the nearest slot near your landing gear. So what does that do is it provides again the same which APU does. It gives energy, electricity to the aircraft, bleed air, air conditioning. Now, why don't we run the APU a lot? Usually in most of the big aircraft we run the APU, but in small ATRs we don't run it because APU consumes lots and lots of fuel. For example, in a Boeing 747, per hour it can consume up to 440 to 450 liters of fuel, jet fuel. In Airbus A320, it can consume up to 160 to 170 liters per hour. So you don't want it to run for hours. So there is a thing called ground power unit connected. But concentrating more on our APU, so APU is actually at the, as I told, it's at the end of the fuselage. It is connected to a planetary reduction drive in the fuselage of the aircraft, end fuselage of the aircraft, and it has a turbine which spins. So that's the sound. It's a very small turbine, but it's a very small turbine actually, but it sounds very, very loud, very loud. So, and from the planetary drive, it is connected to the gearbox of the aircraft, and from the gearbox, it is connected to the high pressure turbine of the aircraft. So that's why when the engines are turned on, we turn off the APU, because engines will be giving power to the aircraft. Not only power, electricity, air conditioning, and also that. So, and when you land and you head to the gate, we again turn on the APU because we need to turn off the engines. So when you turn off the engines, the APU is turned on. That means the aircraft will get energy power to air condition the air, to for air conditioning and all. So how do you start an APU? According to the Airbus A320 checklists and all, first you will turn on the batteries, and then you will do a fire protection test, and then the APU fire protection test. Then you will go and click on the APU master switch. Now once you click on the APU master switch, the air inlet flap, which is again at the just near the APU hole, the air inlet flap will come up, and then you will click on the APU start button. So once you click on the APU start button, the APU will start and you will get electricity to the aircraft. So you'll get electricity to the aircraft. Guys, so APU's work is not only to give electricity, power to the aircraft, air conditioning, bleeder and all. The main function of the APU is to start the engines. You can't start an engine without the APU. So once you start your engines, the APU is turned off because the engines will give power to the aircraft. And that's all. The engines are on and you're getting power to the aircraft. And once you land, once you head towards your gate, the APU is again turned on. And then the engines are turned off. So you will get air conditioning in the aircraft. And guys, also, as I told, APU consumes a lot of fuel. So you don't want APU to run for hours and hours. That's why ground power unit is connected. If you want another video, if you want a dedicated video on ground power unit, do let me know in the comment section below. And also, APU consumes a lot of fuel. APU, for example, Airbus A320, in Airbus A320, the fuel required, the APU consumes 160 liters of fuel per hour in a Airbus A320 and 440 liters of fuel in a Boeing 747 per hour. So that's all. And in the Airbus A320, the left wing gives fuel to the APU. And in aircrafts, there's not a dedicated fuel slot. Fuels are in the wing only. Fuel is present in the wings of the aircraft only. And so that's all for this video, guys. Hope you liked it. It was a very short explanation. It was a really short explanation on APU. And as I told, if you want a dedicated video on ground power unit, do let me know in the comment sections below. Alright, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.